the Fresno Focus Radio Hour. This is the No Focus Radio Hour. Comedy and insight from the greatest minds in Fresno. A Lightomine Media production.
That's right. This is the No Focus Radio Hour, the #1 independent podcast in the Central Valley. Thank you for listening and telling a friend. The No Focus Radio Hour is available anywhere podcasts can be found, including YouTube and your home smart speakers. Remember to subscribe and leave a review. That helps others discover our show. And while you're reviewing, keep in mind that 5 stars is the correct number of stars. If you enjoy our show, please share it with a friend. And if you hate it, share it with your enemies. Check out our site, nofocusradio.com, for exclusive content and to vote on Don's polls. Find us on social media. Our handle is @NoFocusRadio. Find the rest of our shows at lightominemedia.com.
I can't be with you, you know it's true. Now I know just what I got to do. Gonna hit the ground running, running just as fast as I can on my little shoes. Running to my favorite podcast.
Oh, that's right. This is the No Focus Radio Hour, the #1 independent podcast in the Central Valley. It's made for those who live in the Central Valley, for those who miss the Central Valley, for those who live in the Central Valley, and for those who
are totally annoyed with all the nonsense in the Central Valley.
That's right. As always, we have our beautiful cast of characters. Mr. Eric the Doorman.
Hey, Fresno. How are you? You know what? I got to agree with Stu, what he said last time. We've had some beautiful weather. It's been amazing. I wish you could stay like that.
I wish I could experience it, because the problem is, like, I get to work early.
Yeah.
And then I leave late, and I miss all the good weather.
Well, just call in sick.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Yeah.
Max works at a great place, though. It's always set at like 68 degrees, right?
It is. It's nice.
Woo.
Yeah, 66. So 66.
Well, good in the summer, but is that a little chilly in the winter?
Always wearing a sweatshirt.
Yeah.
That's nice. I'd love to work in a place where I get to wear a sweatshirt. Sweatshirts and jackets, they're cool. We never get to wear them in Fresno. I have so many nice sweatshirts and jackets and hoodies, and I'm like, this looks awesome. I never wear it.
I run out. I wear them every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it is confusing during the summers because you walk outside and all of a sudden you're like, oh, it's 1,000 degrees out here.
In my sweater.
Yeah. Anyways, we also have with us Mr. Marty Stupidasso.
Yeah, I used to like it sometimes at work. Remember, Justin, when or Don. Remember, Don, when the air conditioner was off, so you would be freezing to death in the summer?
Yes, it was always
And you would
opposite.
have to wear like a sweater. You'd have to bring a sweater to school to put on while you taught.
In the summer.
In the summer, and then you'd have to take it off when you left because it was too hot outside.
Yeah, it was always opposite. Yeah, in the wintertime, the heater would be stuck on, and we'd be sweating and have our fans on. Yeah, and then in the summertime, this was at Manchester, and they were like, yeah, we can't do anything about it.
It's all with the mall. The mall controls the temperature.
And
so literally,
Oh,
I would have
gosh.
a sweater at my desk. I'd go in and put on my little cardigan sweater, and sit there like a Mr. Rogers.
And we also have Don Schlicks.
The man with the pools.
Yes, and it's good to be here. We've got a great show. We're going to celebrate some things.
We're going to do some stuff.
We're going to read some things.
Celebrate some stuff.
Talk about some things.
Talk about other things. And behind the board, we have the one, the only, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Johnny Knobs.
Why would they call him Johnny Knobs?
Tell you a true story about that, guys.
Okay.
Wait, well, you're going to do something that we've been done for a long time?
How much
Yeah,
time?
I was going to do my beer of the, what do we used to call it?
Beer break.
Beer break.
Beer break.
Trying to talk about my beer break. Today I'm drinking a classic. It actually was our original sponsor of the show back in
remember that.
2012. Our very
Wow.
first sponsor.
Did they know that?
Ish. Lagunitas Little Something Something.
Little something.
Something Ale.
It's the first IPA I ever liked.
That's right. This special ale is kind of like its own thing. I've got a lot of wheat. No, it's got a lot of wheat. It's rich with hops. It finishes dry. We've watched with some amusement as the beer mumblers argue over how to classify it. Well, we're in the camp with Jaffe Ryder when he declares to Ray Smith that comparisons are odious. Well, whatever. That's what I'm drinking. Lagunitas Little Something Something Ale.
I had an interesting beer the other day. It was a lager by Danny Trejo.
The machete.
Yeah, and a friend of mine had it, said it was good. I had to get one. I got one. It was really good.
Yeah?
Does he have his own restaurant?
He has his
Tacos.
taco place. He has his own
Taco
donut place.
Yeah.
I've been to his taco restaurant.
Have you?
Yeah. I was more excited because I heard that he actually worked there.
Yeah.
People were like, you can see him there. I didn't see him there. So tacos were fine.
Also, his donut place. A friend of mine went there, and Danny Trejo was there at his donut place.
He was there.
Just hanging out?
Yeah.
see,
Every so often he'll show up. He'll show up at different places.
Nice. See, maybe when I went to the taco place, he was at the donut place. Dang it. I got to go to the other one.
And then about a couple of years ago, there was a car accident. Person was stuck in their car. They couldn't get out. Who saves them? Danny Trejo comes in,
my gosh.
pulls them out of the
Did
car,
he have his
helps
shirt
them
off?
out. I don't know, but that big tattoo.
With the
But
big old
I
tattoo.
love him. I follow him on Instagram. And everything.
No,
He's
I'm an
amazing.
Instagram friend of Danny Trejo. You can't be.
Oh, I guess we both are.
Oh, okay.
So we both
That's
know
cool.
him. We're both good
Yeah,
friends
we
with
both
him.
know him. Yeah.
Friend of the show.
Yeah.
Friend of the
Trejo.
show, Danny
We gotta have him
Trejo.
on.
That's
come to the
official.
studio.
That makes it
Yeah.
official.
So,
What do we got?
last night,
Yes.
I went and saw, well, actually, it wasn't last night. A couple nights ago. It was a couple nights ago.
A few nights ago.
A few nights ago. It was my birthday. As you guys heard on the last
Yeah.
show, it was my birthday.
Na.
So on my birthday, I went and saw Hamilton. the musical.
Wow, it's amazing. Here
Yeah.
in Fresno.
Here in Fresno.
Fantastic.
I saw at the
How-
Saroyan.
I love the Saroyan Theater. It's
Yeah.
very intimate venue.
Yeah. And I do like the show Hamilton. So I'm one of those people, it's an issue, it's a problem, where if something's really popular, I'm going to just assume that it's not good. Because I think the
Okay.
majority of people probably aren't the brightest.
You're a contrarian.
Yeah, I'm a contrarian. It's not something that I
You like
like.
to go against the flow.
Yeah, but once again, like I tell my wife, I don't want to be a contrarian. It's just that if people were wrong less, I wouldn't need to be a contrarian all the time.
Okay.
So I typically feel I was not into Hamilton for a long time, and then we were driving to Oregon, and she was like, "We're going to listen to the whole thing." I was like, "Oh, please no!" By the end, I was like, "This show's actually incredible.
It is.
Really?
Like it's really, really freaking incredible." And then we watched it when the Disney Plus had it, and I was like, "Man, this is So I love
So good. Yeah.
so good." So I really love the show. So we went and saw it in Fresno.
And it wasn't a local cast. This was an
No, it was the
off-Broadway.
it was
Yeah,
the Broadway touring company, and I would say if I had to give it a 1 out of 10, I would give it. My parents left at intermission because it was so bad. Yeah, it was rough. Part of it was the majority of the issue was the sound was so bad that you could not hear any of what the actors or singers were saying at.
How could it be
all.
that bad in the Saroyan
It
Theater?
was terrible.
And that's not I had seen Anastasia, the Broadway tour, but maybe a month ago, and it sounded great. It looked and sounded great. It was a great production.
Yeah.
So it's not like a problem with the
Yeah, I saw
venue.
Barry Manilow at the Saroyan Theater, and he sounded fantastic.
Yeah, see, and
Yeah.
I
saw
thought
West Side Story there years ago.
I thought it was just me at first, and I was just like trying to listen because I don't have great hearing. A lot of times I have to read lips, like a mixture of both.
Yeah.
So I was thinking maybe I'm just having a hard time. And then I heard people next to me being like, I can't hear anything. What's going on?
Why was the music too loud? What was drowning them out?
No, it was almost like the mix it wasn't mixed well.
Was there a live orchestra?
Live orchestra, and it was like their voices were right at the exact same level of the orchestra. And when and a lot of the music is like fast R&B,
Yeah.
like rap.
Yeah.
So it's not super enunciated in the first place. So you couldn't hear it, and then not only that, the mic sounded muffled. It almost sounded like everything they said kind of sounded like this.
Wow.
Were they
So
wearing
if you were singing really
masks?
fast, no. But if you're singing really fast, you couldn't really hear what they're saying. So it was really bad. And so at intermission, I was like, "Oh, let me go check." So I went to my dad. Legitimately thought that they were doing the show in Jamaican. He was like, "Are they singing in Jamaican? I don't understand what's going on."
Wow. I just saw Hamilton in Jamaica.
Yeah, and my dad was like, I assume maybe it was like Jamaican because, Hamilton came from. And then I asked my nieces, and they're like, no clue what's going on. And then my sister,
Wow.
who was sitting elsewhere, came up to me.
You had the
and
whole family there.
whole family went. Everybody besides Don Schlicks.
Yeah.
I weaseled my way out of it.
Yeah.
I had a feeling.
So my sister came up and was so confused because it's all singing and all the stories done through the songs.
Yeah.
So she had no clue what was happening. She was like, "Did he marry 2 people? What's going on?"
Oh my God.
And I was like, no. And so I'm trying to explain it because I know the show. Anyways, it was rough. It was really sad. And then Sadly, the guy who played Aaron Burr, which is a huge role in the show, his swing was on, so not the lead guy. The lead guy actually played it on Broadway, so I was excited. We had a kind of like his understudy, his swing, who wasn't bad, but like really strange. Like his costume didn't fit him well. It's like his pants looked like the crotch was like was
MC
hanging by
Hammer?
his knees, like MC Hammer pants.
Oh no!
You could see the seams, like his underwear and stuff, and the seams because it was too tight
How
around
far? Where
him.
were you at? Where were you singing at?
We were in the bottom, pretty far, but not. Yeah, we were sitting in the on the orchestra ground.
Okay.
In like the maybe 20th row back.
Okay. Wow. And you could see all that?
Yeah, because it was a really ill-fitting costume.
Wow.
It was pretty rough. So it was just kind of like it wasn't ready. They were not ready to open, and it felt like it.
That is strange.
Yeah,
That's
it was
sad.
low energy.
Well, if you don't mind me asking, what'd you pay for the tickets?
I honestly forget. My brother-in-law got them. Jose.
They were like $100.
Like 100 something, right? 150 or
Per
something.
person?
Like that?
Holy
Like 150 per
shnikes.
person.
You go. I mean, when you go to a show, 150 per person, you expect to see
Right, and the
a put
other
together
thing,
show.
the other thing that drove me nuts about this was they were sticklers for masks. So when you had to come in, in 3 days.
Gosh,
oh,
no.
actually, by the time you hear this, you won't even need to wear masks. So it was when it opened, you were 3 days away from them not needing them. So within 3 days, but before we showed up, we had get in a big line.
Okay.
And they were all like, papers, please.
Are you serious?
Yeah, we had to give them our IDs, our vaccine cards, and walk through like metal detectors, and then
Was it like Indiana Jones where somebody got punched and thrown out the blimp, and then everyone whipped out their paper?
it was crazy.
That's a great
And then
scene.
we had to put on I'm fine, whatever, masks, whatever, the rules. However, the thing was, the show, everybody walked in and took their masks off.
Yeah.
Like everybody. And you're sitting in this audience, and Bree and I were sitting on the end. So my wife and I were sitting on the end because she's pregnant. She wanted quick access if she needed to get up.
Get out of there, yeah.
And they had these people on the sides of the theaters holding these big white signs that showed a smiley face with a mask over it that said masks on. And during the show, that we're sitting there having just paid $400 to see this show, and they keep on leaning over us because we're on the end, waving these giant white signs at the crowd during the show.
To put their mask on?
To put their mask on. And
Oh
nobody's
my
paying
gosh.
attention. They'll see it and be like, okay, like come get me in the middle
Was
of the
it at
theater.
least hot in the theater? You're getting fanned from these big signs?
No, the only thing that was happening was my $400 experience was getting ruined by a lady with a giant sign waving it over our heads, making sounds.
So,
I was
like I said,
furious.
I was
we
at
were
the very-
furious.
Very same theater about a month ago, seeing a different show, and nothing like that happened. I mean, we still technically had to show them our vax card or a negative test.
papers?
But once you got in, nobody was wearing a mask.
Yep.
Nobody cared. Nobody was doing anything about it.
Was it a Broadway show, though?
Yeah.
Oh, and this
it
was
was.
the other thing that drove me
Wow.
nuts. While she's waving her frickin' sign over me,
Yeah.
right, ruining the whole show, her mask is down below her nose, and I'm like, lady, why? You can't be doing this. You can't be ruining the show and everybody's distracted by this.
Yeah.
And they're everywhere waving these signs during the show. Like right over us, like touching us. And I'm
my
gonna
God.
lose my mind on
So
you.
if there was COVID in
I
the
almost
room...
pulled a Will Smith on this lady.
If there was COVID in this room, she just fanned it all over.
She fanned
They
it
were
everywhere.
Fanning it all over
She was
the place.
fanning it right into her own
They
nostrils.
were creating a super spreader event with their signs.
Yeah, it was unreal. So Hamilton, pass. Don't go see it.
Wow.
Thumbs down.
Yeah, I got
that
lucky
sucks.
because my wife loves Hamilton, loves the music, listens to it all the time,
Mm-hmm.
watched the Disney thing, but she knew anything short of the original cast would be a disappointment,
Yeah.
so I got out of that.
Yeah, don't. It's also like 3.5 hours long.
I stayed home with my son and
Wow.
we watched The Dark Knight, which is still
that's
good.
awesome.
It's such a good
Is
movie.
that the second one?
Yeah.
Such a good movie.
Such a good
That is the
movie.
best.
Sam loved it. I
Such-
thought he might be scared a little bit. He's 9, the Joker's kind of
He's a tough
scary.
kid, though.
Two-Face, he was like, whoa, he loved
Yeah.
it. Yeah,
Man,
he loved it.
The Dark Knight's a great movie.
Yep.
The best is the very end where Commissioner Gordon is talking. He's more than our hero. He stands.
yeah.
He's a guardian who stands at the
great
watch.
movie.
Blah. He's our Dark Knight. And like the motorcycle.
Oh,
goes
yeah.
out. Yeah, it's so good.
And like really, Heath Ledger, I know people were like hyped him up so much and yada yada yada. He's worth all the hype.
Oh, yeah.
He
Oh,
yeah, he
is.
was,
He
yeah.
is actually. I didn't realize it the first time I saw it.
He's so good. It's
I
one
wa-
of the best performances ever in a film.
It really
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
I didn't realize it when I first saw it, and then I saw it again a couple years later, and I was like, "Oh, it's good." Then I saw it again like 2 years ago. And I couldn't believe
It's young Marlon Brando.
I couldn't believe how good he was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really is. It's 100% Oscar worthy. It's worth every.
Did he get nominated?
Yeah,
He won.
posthumously.
Yeah, I think he
He
won.
win?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Posthumously.
Yeah.
Really, really incredible.
Like we said, but now Hollywood's dead, so.
Two people have won for playing Joker. Joaquin Phoenix.
Oh, Joaquin Phoenix.
he
that's
win?
right.
Did he?
I don't know.
I don't know if he
I
won.
didn't like that
I think
movie. I didn't like that
I think the
movie that
movie
much.
won. I think the best director maybe or something. I don't think he won though, right?
Did he not? Well, he should have.
I've never watched that yet.
I didn't like it.
Really?
I've never watched it because I just heard mixed reviews about it. I just
You
don't
know
wanna
what's
be
funny?
bothered.
I didn't know if I
Yeah.
liked it. Stuck with me though, right? It really did. It
Kinda like
stuck
Blue
with
Velvet.
me. No, he
He's
won Best
the
Actor.
Best actor.
Best
Wow.
actor.
Wow.
Yeah, he won Best Actor for it.
Crazy.
The
Oh, that's right. Did he give some whacked out speech?
probably.
He should have said
Probably a
like.
weirdo.
Remember when he
too
pretended to go like he wanted to be a rapper or something?
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that?
yeah.
Did you ever watch that movie?
He quit.
It was like a 3-year-long documentary
About him wanting to be a rapper.
about him being as like a fake.
Oh
He
my
faked
gosh,
every. It was like
yeah.
3 years of him being a psycho. It was incredible. Yeah,
I think he's great at that kind of thing, right?
he really is. He's a great actor though. Like in Walk
Yeah.
the Line and
Signs.
Signs. Great
Swing,
in
Meryl,
Signs.
swing.
Well,
Well,
so
that's
anyways,
too bad. Hamilton sucked, huh?
pass on Hamilton. I mean,
Wow.
maybe it would be better after the for opening night. I'm not sure, but it wasn't good opening night. I'll tell you that much.
How long is it running for? Just like a week, right?
Probably.
Speaking of, I want to get into. We've been talking movies. You saw the new Batman.
I did. Does everybody else see it?
No.
I saw
give-
2 of the 3 hours. I slept through the middle
Okay.
hour.
Wow, you're an old man.
I won't.
I am old man schlicks.
So I'm not going to give spoilers because you guys haven't seen it. So I'm going to be careful.
Do you care
here.
about spoilers?
I don't care about.
I don't
spoilers.
care about
I know what
spoilers.
happens.
It's really like a
Batman beats
spoiler type
everyone.
of
It's
movie,
Batman.
yeah.
He sees Catwoman. I mean, how
Yeah, it's
different
the
can it
same
be from any
story.
other Batman?
You guys nailed it.
okay, good. Yeah,
pretty
we
much
win.
nailed it. Actually, what's funny is you guys know who the bad guy is, right?
In this
Scarecrow?
No.
No, it's one of the other. Which
Riddler.
one is
It's
it?
the Riddler.
Oh, the
Okay,
Riddler. That's
Riddler.
right.
And that really is the spoiler if you're going to. Like, that's the crime he's trying to kind of solve in a
Okay.
way.
It's, who's the
Riddler's
Riddler?
barely in the movie though, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of weird.
I liked the movie because it was it's a detective noir film.
It's not a Batman movie.
It's
Yeah.
a noir detective movie, which I like because that's why I used to read Batman comics and why I still do is because they're detective novels, right?
Right.
I've always liked something that I always thought was missing from every Batman movie is that they're all just action movies and there's not the detective portion.
mystery.
And this is why my favorite
Solving.
Batman movie is actually a cartoon. It's called Batman Mask of the Phantasm because it is a detective movie. And one of my favorite scenes, Batman leans down and rubs his fingers and says, there seems to be some kind of chemical residue. It was my favorite thing growing up.
Yeah.
Because it was him being a detective, right? And this
Yeah.
whole movie is a detective movie. It's him walking around. It's looking at crime scenes. It's like
Yes.
watching a CSI, long episode of CSI.
And
Well,
some
that's
of
it, 'cause
some of his gadgets are to solve crimes. A lot of it's just different gadgets he developed in order to help him find clues.
Exactly.
That's why a lot of the best Batman you could watch are the animated series.
Yes.
Oh, so good.
Yeah, because
Exactly.
a lot of the animated Batmans, they just have more leeway and they follow
Yep.
this the comic better, and it's just
Now-
brilliantly done.
Now, I will say, the TV Batman he was kind of solving mysteries, right?
He was.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah,
they had a lot of his
Batcomputer.
gadgets in the Batcave. He was trying to figure out.
He was. Yeah, he was a detective. He's the
Yeah.
world's greatest detective.
Yeah.
That's who Batman is. So I really liked that aspect of it.
Okay.
I actually surprising. I thought Robert Pattinson was a great Batman. That he was great as Batman. I thought he was very emo as Bruce Wayne.
Really?
He even had the hair that came down over his face, and he always talks like this. He's always just so sad and mumbly. So I wasn't great about that. The other issue I had was that everybody whispers in this movie at all times.
Really?
It has a certain pace and level that it stays at for 3 hours.
Yes.
Wow.
And
So that's what you feel. Okay, I understand that completely now. You're not old. You're just
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is there's not much. Yeah, it's a very slow pace.
My kids liked it. All
I
3
was
of my
shocked
kids, yeah.
when afterwards I said I cannot believe that all the kids liked it because it was slow. It's a very slow movie. Like it's not like any other. It's unlike any superhero movie made up to this date, and I think that's
Okay.
why I kind of like it because of that.
Yeah.
I was
Also-
engaged.
What was a lot of the bat tech kind of low tech? In other words, it was like stuff,
Not much bat tech at all, actually.
Well, that's what I mean. It's like stuff
Yeah.
that he would literally put
It
together.
was like he was
right?
a cop that wears the Batman
Yeah,
costume.
it's got like an engine,
Yeah.
an old
Like a
car with a
detective.
big engine in it, right?
Yeah.
That's that's the Batmobile.
I liked a
It's not-
couple big things about the movie in general. I'll
he
keep
is
quick.
he doesn't play Bruce Wayne very often. He's
Not
very-
at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought, and that's one of the things I thought was interesting is they really, I felt like they kind of missed out on showing us the Bruce Wayne part of
Yeah,
him.
he's not in it. He's Batman in the whole movie.
Yeah,
basically.
Bruce Wayne's pretty much non-existent. Alfred is in it, but kind of pointless. Like he's like a throwaway character.
Who is Alfred? In
It's
Smeagol.
yeah, whoever that guy's name.
oh, that guy.
Because
Andy
Alfred's a big
Serkis?
part of the
Yeah.
comic.
Shamagle.
Andy Serkis.
Andy
right?
Serkis. Yeah. Andy Serkis.
But they told the story that they made him. He trained Bruce Wayne. Supposedly,
Yeah.
I don't know that part of Alfred. Is that part of the
yes,
comics?
they did.
that
They
he was
did
like
this
a
cool
badass?
thing. He was a badass in the comics. Alfred used to be
Alfred
like
was ex-military.
ex-military, like special forces, British military.
You don't get that, except Michael Caine does talk about in The Dark Knight that he was after a jewel thief and they went
Right.
and burned the forest down and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So you get a little bit of
a little
that,
bit.
but, yeah.
This is definitely more so like, and this one they almost tell him that like he almost trained Batman how to fight.
Right, right.
Yeah. But he's not really too much in it. But what I liked in general was that they just started by saying this is year 2. It's Batman in year 2. So it actually
Okay.
starts and he's like, this is year 2.
Yeah.
Two things I liked is that in the comics, all comics, you get to, especially in Batman comics, you get to read Batman's
thoughts.
inner monologue, right? His thoughts.
Okay.
Which you don't get in any comic book movie. This one you did. You hear Batman's thoughts. He's kind of narrating.
Okay.
Which is cool. I liked that.
You like that technique? Because that's just a technique in storytelling.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't like that. but,
I thought it was cool.
Okay.
I also like that they just, and it's like, this is my second year in doing my project. And I thought that was nice because it's year 2. So they all know, like we know who Batman is and how he became Batman. So we get to skip that.
Yeah.
But he's also not quite Batman with all his gadgets. He's kind of rough, you know?
Still trying to figure it out.
Yeah, he's not perfect. His costume's kind of, it's like military gear, like it's like kind of some metal plating and some like army boots. So I kind of liked that he wasn't like, he wasn't,
Super polished, put together.
yeah, his Batcave was kind of janky. So I kind of like that idea of it.
Has
'Cause I think in-
guano everywhere.
Yeah.
It's just not a
Yeah.
great- yeah.
I think in the Batman movies, yeah, I mean, from what I can remember, yeah, because a lot of them, they just skip that, really. It's just basically like we see the story of like him as a kid falling in a cave or whatever, and
then he's got everything.
And then now all of a sudden it flips to, he's like super put together and he's just, totally awesome. It's like, well, wait, totally awesome. How'd you
Batman
get there?
Begins explores that a little bit.
It does,
Christian Bale.
yeah.
I was always mystified by the Michael Keaton Batman, the famous scene where he holds the guy over the ledge.
Oh, I love that.
Who are you? I'm Batman.
Yeah.
But they do a close-up of his boots at that point, and it looks like he's wearing black penny loafers.
He's got tassels.
Yeah, tassels, like they're penny loafers.
Yeah,
Why?
He has tassels
He's
on his
dress
boots.
shoes. He's
Who,
wearing
Batman
dress
did?
shoes.
Yeah, Batman has tassels on his shoes in the first Batman. And as a kid, I was confused because I didn't know that was like, I just knew that Batman had tassels on his shoes. But also, my dad had nice loafers with tassels on his shoes. And I was always like, my dad's got Batman shoes. Not
right, Dad,
Batman.
tell us the whole
not the
story.
opposite, which I later realized, why did Batman have tassels on
Old
his
man
shoes?
shoes.
Yeah.
So weird.
He's
What?
wearing-
I almost feel
wearing
like that
old
was a
man
mistake,
shoes.
right?
all your friends about me. Who are you? I'm an old man with tassels.
I'm the old man with tassels on my shoes.
Alfred got me my shoes. I don't like them. I have to wear them.
Couldn't find my boots. I wear Alfred shoes.
I can't buy my own shoes.
Yeah, that is one of the weird. He's got these things on.
Like
his shoes.
this, like that shit.
I've never noticed that in my
Yeah.
life. This is destroying my whole Michael Keaton Batman image.
Yeah, he has
right
tassels.
Now. Where is it? Do they have a picture of it? We're looking on the internet.
I
here
gotta
to
find
the
the
image.
shot.
It's
I'll
just
need to
like,
find it.
They show his feet go up to the edge of that ledge. Where he like takes a step with the guy like up to the ledge, and they go down to his.
Are
feet
they
and show
actual
him.
boots though, or are they actual loafers? Are they boots with tassels?
It's hard. All I know is that he has
That famous
tassels.
scene, yeah.
We're looking for it right now.
famous
out
scene.
there.
Everybody
Okay.
can watch this.
Johnny Knobs got drunk.
Uh-oh, where is it at?
He does. He has little tassels on it.
Yeah, here we go. Here we go.
We're watching it here. Let's see.
Puts him to the ledge.
Can you stop it right at the?
Don't kill me, man! I'm not going to kill you.
Those tassels?
I can't see him.
I want you to tell all your friends about me.
What are you?
I'm Batman.
Where's the tassels? I don't see him.
They were kind of a quick I don't know if they're tassels or just elevated sections of his shoes.
Well, this is an HD. When you watch the VHS, I can tell you they look like tassels.
You're right. These are like less tassels in HD.
Yeah.
Yeah, they look more like.
I think
They
maybe
came across as just like he was wearing like this was like a Halloween costume that didn't go down all over your shoe. It
Yeah,
had
it
a little
was. It looks
strap.
kind of that way, like he's wearing tennis shoes.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Yeah.
those look like those high top tennis shoes. What were they called? They
Yeah,
real
those
popular.
were
Knights,
totally
British Knights or something. Yeah.
on VHS. Those look like tassels. Maybe they're like Velcro.
It's a no focus fashion show.
Here, right here.
They are.
Yeah.
Maybe they're Reebok pumps. They spray painted.
I was
or
gonna
Because
something.
they have a
they-
big bulb on it, a big bulbous section.
They look like those tennis shoes. Yeah, high tops.
Well, who knows?
Mike,
It
are
looks
those
like
Jordans?
I don't know. It looks like a section that fits over his
Were
shoe.
Jordans out then?
Those are like. He's just,
No, but if you watch the old VHS, they're tassels.
Yeah, they probably fixed it in
Wait,
post.
A Mandela effect. This is a Mandela
Actually,
effect.
you know what'd be amazing is if they did fix it. Like after all these years, they're like, we got to take
Maybe.
those tassels off his shoes.
'Cause they fix shows a lot. Because
Yeah.
like in Pee Wee's Big Adventure, you could see when he's pulling the chain out of his bike, you could see the bottom section where the chain is coming from, and then later on they fixed it.
Interesting. It's like how they took the priest who gets an erection out of the Little Mermaid.
Yeah. That's true. Did you ever hear that? So the 80s
Do you guys
Disney
not know
movies
this?
on VHS had like dirty things in
I
them.
remember that. Yeah,
The priest, in Little Mermaid, when they're getting married at the very end, he gets an erection. You
Yeah.
can clearly see it.
Yep.
Really?
Yes. There's
The
a part,
animators get bored.
There's even a sound.
there's a
No.
there's
Yeah,
a
here you go. Here you go.
Okay. We're watching.
I'm
it
glad
right
these
now.
are on YouTube.
Dearly
Because you can't
beloved.
find these anymore.
Gosh, this.
Whoa!
Oh, he does get an erection. That's.
And there's a sound. Woo! There it is.
Oh my gosh!
Do you have the one from
I cannot believe it. My
from
mind
Aladdin?
is blown.
where it says viewers take off your clothes?
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah, viewers take off all your clothes. Yeah,
Where?
this was on my VHS.
I think it's all young girls take off your clothes. That's what it is.
where is the what?
Yeah. Listen.
The subliminal message from Aladdin.
Let's see.
Leave me alone.
So how's our little bow doing? Come on, good. Can you just take off?
Did you hear it?
Whoa!
Take
What
off
did
your
that
clothes.
say?
There it is.
Is this?
Take off your clothes.
This is
Wait.
what?
Here we go. Wait for it. Yeah, this is on our old VHSs.
So how's our little bow doing? Come on, good. Can you just take off?
Hey!
Oh,
There was also in the original Lion King VHS,
Yeah, the sex.
the wind blows and it says sex. In
I
the way.
actually think
The
it said
leaves.
SFX.
oh, for special effects.
I think
that's
it
what
meant-
I heard too. SFX.
I think it
Okay.
might be.
What about the original cover of Little Mermaid had penises
Yes.
There's
on
the
it?
Yes,
penis on
yes.
it. Yeah.
I've seen that.
But the big one, though,
yeah.
you guys know
The big
about this
penis?
one. The Rescuers Down Under. Do you guys know about that
No,
one?
no, it's been a long time since I even thought about that movie.
Disney is so corrupt, and they're getting worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Naked
There's
woman.
a
Well,
naked
they were
woman
hiding
in
it
a
before.
window.
They were hiding.
They were hiding it before
Now
in
they're
these
out in the open.
in these
Or is it called
cartoons
The
now.
Rescuers? Is it called The Rescuers?
I think it's just the well. There's the rescues. I don't know if there's a.
Is that it? Oh yeah, that is a naked woman.
Yeah. In the window, there's a
Yeah.
naked. There's in the window. There is actual footage of pornography playing.
If you
in
look
one
just
of
who
the,
got laid off
there's
for
the
it
penis.
while object acts, you can clearly see for a few frames her private parts are exposed.
Oh, that was
for a
Jessica
few
Rabbit's
frames,
private
Jessica
parts.
Rabbit, yeah.
effect. The Mouse has his arm around Minnie Mouse looks
Oh,
very
my-
suspicious.
Oh wow.
Number 2, Hercules. Once again, her dress flies up. Under the dress, it's clear as day that she's Terry, and
no.
done on purpose.
Nah, that's just her other leg.
But this is the big one.
Goes to the rescuers. Around 38 minutes into the film, Bianca and Bernard jet through the city in a can. In the background of 2 frames, you can clearly spot an image of a woman topless.
Oh
Yep.
my
Yep,
gosh!
topless woman.
Yep, there's topless, actual photos
this
of
is
topless women.
undeniable and can't just be an accident.
Wow.
Yeah,
Disney themselves have said that the image was not put in by their animators.
Right.
Instead, they say it was inserted at some
was
point in
Harvey
the
Weinstein?
post-production process.
Yeah, so there's naked women in that movie. That's the biggest one because that's an
crazy.
actual nudity in that
Thank you,
Disney.
What about
Disney.
what about Beauty and the Beast? Is there anything in Beauty and the Beast?
But was there smoking? No, there was no smoking.
Yeah, I'm
That's
pretty
right.
sure she has like intercourse with a giant animal beast, right?
Well, bestiality. But besides that,
It's just implied.
I mean, I'm
They
not
don't
sure
show
if there's
it.
anything else
true. It's just
more
implied.
disturbing than the movie itself.
he turns into a
This is
Presto when
reminding
she
me
actually.
of our
Did she drink out of the
famous
teacup and it got
C-3PO penis.
Yes, the C-3PO penis is great.
What was that, Marty? I missed it.
No, did she drink out of the teacup and it got excited? The Beauty and the Beast. Jeez.
Yeah. No, we
Why,
used to have
Disney?
all those VHSs. And again, when you get the DVD or whatever,
They
they've
fix
taken
it.
all
They're
that
gone.
out. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so sad.
Yeah, and now it's no shock
the rest
that,
of the story.
Disney is trying to make up for their ills in the past.
I mean, do you think it was just like animators and stuff, just like, hey, I wonder if we can get away with this?
100%. Because remember, these animators were also 24 years old. They thought it was probably funny, right?
Yeah, and it probably gets
Yeah.
boring.
The
too.
Yeah.
I've heard too on Sesame Street, they would often have just off camera, like Playboy or something placed, just to be
Oh,
sure.
really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Makes
my
sense.
gosh.
Yep. So this is cool news. Marty put this in.
Yeah.
Fortnite.
So Fortnite had a special campaign where you could, when you buy things from Fortnite using V-Bucks, they would donate to the Ukraine. Mm-hmm. And Fortnite makes a lot of money. And so they had a lot of special skins, a lot of special things you could buy in the game. And they donated all the proceeds, and they ended up with what, 37?
50 million
went up to 50 million.
USDs.
Wow.
That's cool.
That was only on March 22nd. Imagine how much they made by now.
Yeah, so it was all for humanitarian relief funds for the Ukraine, which they really need because there's a war going on. Did you hear that? And so
Yeah.
they were able to raise like $50 million.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
So Fortnite has skins in the game. I know that
They
you
have
can buy.
skins, they have dances, they have pickaxes, and a lot of
Different weapons.
Like
different
weapons and stuff?
different
Yeah.
characters you could buy.
I thought that's what a skin was. Is
That's
that
a skin, yeah.
Okay,
that's a
okay.
skin. Also,
skin-
So
music
they have
you
like
could
Marvel.
buy.
I've seen like Wolverine.
They have a ton. They always have these seasons, and with every season, there's a bunch of new characters.
Dude, have
Wait
they
a
had the
minute.
Fantastic Four? Because I would love a Fantastic Four skin.
They have a Silver Surfer. Yeah,
that's pretty good.
Is,
That's a
they
good
do
one.
have some of the
That's a good one.
Fantastic
Nobody else got it, but I got it.
get it. Wow.
I get
Call
it.
back
Okay.
to Disney.
That was quick.
Do you work at Disney?
Yeah, do you work at Disney over there,
Fantastic
Don?
Four skin.
But okay, now isn't a skin? But you can't buy a character. But a skin is like an outfit. But a character,
You can play the game for free.
Well, yeah,
Game
you
Street
can.
is how your character looks and what they do.
yeah,
But if you want to
but-
get a battle pass so that you could progress in the game and get new skins or characters or skins, the same thing.
Oh, okay.
So you could do that and you get different stuff for it. But
Yeah.
anyways, they raised a lot of
Wow.
money for
That's
humanitarian
awesome.
It's
Good
a
for
lot of money.
Yeah.
In just a couple of days.
Yeah, they make
That is
tons of
crazy.
money on
Yeah, it's
that game.
incredible.
Where you can play it for free, but most people don't.
It's incredible.
Also,
yeah.
you could tell you'll be playing. You go, oh man, you got to look out for this guy. He has like a second season skin. He's been playing for a long time.
Oh,
Because they'll come out with skins, and some of them they don't resell,
Oh,
so they never come back.
okay.
So
They're
you
like
gotta get it.
NFTs. They're non-fungible skins,
Yes,
if you will.
yes. So you could tell people who've been playing a long time with the skins that they're wearing.
That's why
Now,
I
do you
like
get to-
just playing with the original costumes. People don't know how long I've been playing. I'm either new or really old.
Well, I was gonna say, do you get to keep those old skins? Like whatever you buy, you always get to keep them. You
always
can
keep
recycle them,
yeah.
in.
Yeah, I have
Okay,
a ton of skins.
Yeah.
really.
I saw one was like
you
on
got-
Halloween
you have
where if you
skin
died
in the
you
game? I
became
have
like
skin
a
in
the game.
spirit or a
That was
ghost,
actually a lot of fun.
What
and
was
the
it?
game changes all the time.
Oh, when
so
you could be the ghost?
Yeah.
That was cool.
That
I
was
used
a
to like
blast,
that. You
man.
could play
Yeah.
as a ghost and attack players.
That was a really fun version of the game. I really like how that you can always play it because it's constantly changing. Right. That's really, they do a good job. And I can't believe that it's free. And I can't believe how much money they make.
Well, of course,
I
it's,
can't
that's
believe it's
the
free
hook.
and how much money I spent.
It's mind blowing.
Free, yeah.
Just go, I got to get this skin. It's so cool.
Well, like you said, you can't advance unless you spend money.
No,
essentially,
you don't
right?
have to
You can.
advance. There's nothing to advance
yeah,
with.
because
Oh,
at the end
okay.
of the season, you go back to zero.
Yeah, advancing is just like, points for yourself. Like I've never bought anything, and
Right.
it's great. Yeah.
Because advancing's not going to get you better weapons or anything because you find your weapons as you go. And
So they're like different campaigns. It's not levels, right? You don't go like to the next level.
Yeah, just
It's
different
like-
campaigns. Yeah.
the only time you level up is when you got a battle pass and you're trying to earn new and different things.
And those are like skins or
Yeah.
music or
Or
awards, things that you don't need to play the
or
game.
just
Yeah.
stupid things that to make yourself feel better about
Interesting.
yourself. So.
I've never played it.
Can you play
Never
as
played
the famous dancing baby from the 90s?
They should. That'd be amazing.
That Max could do his
I
best
used
imitation.
I used to be really good at the dancing baby.
Really?
Yeah, it was like my best skill.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay, so we've talked about really important things. Hamilton sucks, secret Disney nudity.
Okay, I keep seeing the story pop up that you have that I'm interested in. Was Fresno is bad for elephants?
Okay, yeah, this is important. This is important.
Because we have elephants here.
Yeah, so
We have African and Asian elephants. Although I don't know if the Asian elephants... no, they replaced them with rhinos. I don't know if we still have the
I don't
Asian
think we have the
elephants.
African
sure.
anymore.
So an international animal protection group, this of course is from our friends at the Fresno Bee. I'm not sure if we're friends, acquaintances with the Fresno Bee. An international animal protection group released its annual list of worst zoos for elephants. And included on the list was the Fresno Chaffee Zoo.
What?
Even with their new exhibit?
What?
They said In Defense of Animals has been keeping a running tab of the worst zoos since 2004, ranking each on a series of factors like space or lack thereof, unsuitably cold climates and unnatural conditions.
Fresno's freezing.
Right.
Or hot?
So it says that
It doesn't get hot in Africa.
it's one of 2 California zoos on the list. It's ranked number 9, just below Los Angeles and just above the Audubon Zoo in New Orleans. It's the first time the Fresno Zoo has been on the list. In a statement, In Defense of Animals cites the death of 3 elephants at the zoo between 2017 and 2019. This zoo epitomizes the saying that elephants don't live in zoos, they die in zoos.
Oh my gosh.
Amy was a 30-year-old African elephant and died in 2017 after 2 years of medical treatment to repair a torn ligament in her right elbow. Amy's daughter was an 11-year-old elephant named Betts, died in 2019. The zoo at the time hadn't determined what led to the death, but In Defense of Animals said it was a painful viral infection.
How did they know?
That's what they said.
They don't have to know. It's what they said.
It's just what they said.
One of the zoo's
depression.
Asian elephants, Kara, was euthanized in 2017 after suffering from chronic osteoarthritis. She was 40.
Okay, so we have a couple of old elephants, right? How long do elephants live, right?
They
Is that
like
their
to be pretty old, don't they?
Yeah, they can live up to like 70 years old.
Yeah.
So you're saying the 30 and the 40-year-old are still essentially young
They're
elephants.
saying, yeah.
But see, elephants move around a lot in their life, and no zoo could recreate that for them.
Yeah.
So the lack of movement probably hurts them, you think?
Probably. The zoo also, elephants are very complex because they can communicate over long distances through infrasound, very low grumbling sounds, so they can communicate with other elephants. They're used to roaming over a vast territory, and you shouldn't keep one elephant because they're used to being in a
They're very
matriarchal
social.
pod.
They're very
Yeah.
social.
Yeah.
And it's run by a female elephant. And so that's, elephants are very hard to keep in captivity.
Yeah.
For any zoo.
For any zoo. Like
Now-
they used to have Nosy that they kept by itself, and it was a
Well, that was
circus
it.
elephant, and it was just, lived in Fresno for a long
But they
long
had
time.
that thing down in a pit. That thing was like in a very small pit, right?
Not
I mean,
before.
that
No,
was
it used
the
to
old...
be on a very small enclosure that had pillars and I can't explain this. Like kind of like a big metal cage.
Okay.
Didn't have a top to it. And Nosy would go out there, and you could feed it peanuts back in the day.
Oh, wow.
And every so often, his old trainer would come and get Nosy to do tricks.
Oh, wow,
If
okay.
you were lucky, you were there when Nosy did tricks. I was able to see that once because he was a circus elephant. He was an Indian elephant. And so he lived in this...
Native American is what we say now.
Okay.
Indigenous.
But he would live in this, it had like pillars with metal bars across, and it was a kind of small enclosure, and he'd walk around there. Then they built the pit.
Okay.
And moved him into
okay.
the pit, and Nosy put him with other elephants. Nosy hadn't been around elephants in a long, long time. Nosy would get curious, grab on the parts of elephants that the elephants didn't like grabbed.
And we get in fights, elephant
And
fights?
so the other elephants would discipline him, her, and
Yeah.
knock her around a little bit. And so then eventually Nosy died.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. It also seems like the issues that the elephants had at the zoo have nothing to do with the enclosures or the heat or whatever else they rank the zoo.
That's true. Look like health issues, right?
Yeah.
I mean, because they have that big African adventure area. It's like a big savanna. It's supposed to be set up
huge.
like
Yeah,
that.
it's
And
huge.
it's huge. And you see the elephants running around out there, with each other and stuff.
How big? I actually haven't seen that area yet.
Oh, it's huge.
Yeah. I haven't been, but I
big?
happen to have
It's
a kid.
huge.
I'm going to have a baby soon, so I'm sure I'll be seeing it. a lot.
Get a membership. Yeah. We're there all the time. Get a membership.
Yeah.
And get a family membership. Yeah. And
put us on as your children so we can go with you.
Yeah,
I already have mine. Let me know when you want to go, man. I'll go with you.
Sounds great.
No, but they do. So you haven't been out there and seen the whole new expansion they did? And they're doing another one right now.
An Asian expansion.
Kingdoms of Asia.
Last time I went to the zoo, the Jammies were playing, and my nieces were still very, very young.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
So what they have is they have this cafe area now. I can't say that.
Good food.
I can't. What is it called? A Cope J something.
Sure. Copacabana.
Something. I don't know. I can't pronounce it. Anyway, so they have this nice cafe. It looks out. They have
It looks like you're in Africa.
Yeah, it has the tables that look out over the whole savannah-esque area, and they have a lot of different animals that are separated, but they all look like they're together. They have the rhinos.
The
cheetahs aren't over there, but they have the rhinos, and then they have all the
Giraffes.
gazelles and all that stuff there, the ostriches, and then they have the elephants in the back. The giraffes are way on the other side.
Lions.
And the lions, They got a Lion King rock where every time I go there, that lion's out there on the top of that Lion King rock. It's like
holding up his cub.
Yeah, like
The
Mustafa.
monkey. They have a monkey
the
that holds the
Hold up the cub. And then they do the song, the Lion King song.
So the lions eat the monkey. It's sad, but it's fun.
But every kid wants to be in that old Land Rover. That's halfway into the enclosure.
My
halfway
kids
out.
waited like 20 minutes to finally get in there. And I'm gonna,
I know my daughter is so shy. See, this is the thing with my daughter. She, we'll tell her go, and she's just like she's so shy. And if somebody runs over there, she's like, and then she backs away. So every time we go there,
you have to be the dad who's like, excuse me.
Yeah,
Like,
get out of the way. My kid wants to get on there. Because she'll never get on the thing, and it's like if one kid gets close, and I told her, look, you missed out. You had your chance. What are you doing? Anyway.
We have a pretty good zoo, though. I think.
I think overall we do.
Our zoo's really great. I like our zoo a lot.
These animal people who think that zoos are bad for animals. The animals in zoos live much longer on average than they do in than they do in the wild. They have medicine. They're cared for. They get the right diets. It's ridiculous.
It's kind of tough. Sometimes I look at them, like when you would go by the old tiger enclosure, and that's what they're redoing right now. But when you go by there, it was so small, and you see that poor tiger just going back and forth.
Small.
So you should have seen it back in the day, back when they had all the cats in the Fresno Zoo, and they had the cat house where you could walk through and see the cats in the enclosure, and that where they sleep and stuff, and it smells like cat pee so bad. We would dare each other to run through there. But on the outside, you have the hurricane fence with a small enclosure. It was smaller than this garage. It was like even a quarter of our studio, basically. Yeah. And the cats would just pace back and forth because they were so neurotic.
Well, that's what the tiger was doing too in the enclosure. The enclosure was still pretty small, I thought. And he would just
compared to what they had, pace. It was bigger, but it is small for what they
and they would just pace, and you kind of feel sorry for them then. But well,
here's the thing with cats. Large cats are very much like house cats, and my house cat will sleep on the bed for 22 of the 24 hours.
Yeah,
cats don't move a lot in the wild. Even most cats,
cats will sleep will sleep on a tree branch for 48 hours and then attack something.
They only move to get food, so if they don't need to move to get food, they're not doing anything. So
and they also do a lot of enrichment for the cats. They'll spray perfume and other smells and hide things in boxes, make it difficult. for them to
kind of
get their food.
keep them going, entertained, keep them engaged.
But at the zoos, you have people who's they're trying their best to keep the animals going and healthy and everything. In the wild, they don't care. They're like chasing them around because they're on their farm.
Well, most zoos are nonprofit, right? And what do? They are good for the communities. They provide educational opportunities for children and adults who are So most animal places are not trying to just make a profit, right? That's what they want you to believe. But most of them are raising money because they like animals, because they want to help research, fund people who are out in the wild trying to stop poaching or help endangered species. And also, if we didn't have zoos anymore, how would people become interested in helping animals or knowing and being knowledgeable about animals? You know what I mean? If I didn't get to go see these animals as a little kid, these African animals, it'd be like a giraffe, or I've seen them in books. I don't care. You know what I mean? So, I think these people who are actively trying to put zoos out of business is really ridiculous.
Another thing that people really don't realize is that 99% of animals in zoos weren't like taken from the wild.
Right.
They were born in captivity, and you can't put them in the wild; they would die. And so it's like they're most of the time they're fine. I'm sure there's some crappy zoos, like
Well, I think everybody sees like the TV show, right? The Tiger King, and thinks that this is how everything is.
Yeah, but in real life, most of them are not like that.
Well, the other thing too is you're talking about the animals that couldn't. I would feel really bad for those giraffes because the giraffes would be wandering around the wild looking for someone to feed them some lettuce.
Right,
it's true.
They can't feed
And
themselves.
they'd be like,
obviously.
they'd be going to every balcony, like, "Where's my lettuce?" And
Exactly.
then it's like, because they have that Twiga, what is it, Twiga Terrace, where that you could actually feed the giraffes, which is actually pretty cool, by the way, if you guys have never done it. But you are right, the zoo is pretty amazing. They're doing a lot of upgrades to it. I mean, I hope they're able to keep it up. They've done a lot of neat stuff out there. And as far as families, it's really the best. I think it's one of the best entertainment values
it is, by
for
far.
your buck in Fresno for a
Especially
family.
with the membership, because you can go whenever you want.
Oh yeah, well, that's what we always do. We'll go early. We go in the morning, and that's what's cool about it. So we have a pass for the park, a parking pass, and we've got the pass for the zoo. So we go early in the morning. Hardly nobody's there. We go get our breakfast burritos. We love the breakfast burritos.
They've got good food. Yeah.
Safari Cafe.
Yeah.
We'll go out there and eat at the African Adventure, eat at the cafe there, and look out over the savannah, the Fresno savannah, and then and then go check out a few animals. We get a lot of people again. We get bored, whatever, then we go home. But with the membership, you don't feel like you have to be there and get
How much is a membership?
full money. I think it's $89.
Right. And it gets you discount at other zoos. So if you go to San Francisco Zoo, you get a big discount, and San Francisco Zoo is expensive.
Hot tip. I don't know if this is still true, but what Marty's saying is right. A lot of zoos are part of a organization. So if you buy a membership at one zoo, you get deep discounts or even get into free to some of the smaller zoos. I found out that Max is getting that point where he's just yawning. I found out that the Oakland Zoo, the season pass is actually, at least this was like 10 years ago, was cheaper than the Fresno Zoo's season pass. But if you buy the Fresno season pass, you got a big discount on the Oakland Zoo, which was nice. But if you bought the Oakland season pass, the Fresno Zoo was free.
Wow.
Hey.
It was a better deal.
Wait, I should have bought the Oakland one.
Yeah, I don't know if that's still true today.
Well,
but
and not only that, but you also get discounts in the zoo with your membership.
food,
So you get
merchandise,
food and
food and
merchandise,
swag, stuff
you
like
get
that.
you get percentage off all that stuff.
So you can buy the overstuffed
Now,
stuffed animals for your kid.
The other thing too is good is that they're really helping out the dinosaurs too. If you guys, they have the Zoorasic exhibit going on right now.
Aren't dinosaurs endangered now? Or
They were
they're almost
but
extinct.
They're almost extinct, but Fresno's bringing them back.
Nice,
so
nice.
yeah, and they have them out, and they all kind of roam in an open area.
Are they still
It's nice.
dusty?
Are they still dusty?
Last time I was there and I saw them, they were all dusty. And
Oh,
they needed a
really?
bath,
Well, that's probably
yeah.
because it was in the
Do
summer.
they still
right?
have that big sand pit where you could dig for dino bones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
that's
Well,
still-
they had a lot of that stuff kind of closed down because of
Because of
COVID.
COVID, yeah.
And they also had a nice little area that kids, which I don't know if they're going to open it back up, but kids could play, like they had a little stream, and it wasn't very deep. And then kids could go in there and just get wet, during the summertime and play and stuff, splash around.
Sounds like a super spreader party.
Well, now, right? But yeah, back then it was fun.
Let me ask you this. If you buy a membership, do you not have to pay your Measure Z taxes?
No, you still have to pay.
You do.
still have to pay.
There's no way to.
Yeah.
And you still have to pay a little bit extra to feed the giraffes. And I think the Stingray
It's
Bay
$3
is free.
Can you bring your own
Is it?
food?
Oh, Stingray Bay is still there.
Yeah, and I don't think you have to pay extra to go to Stingray
If you're a
Bay.
member, you
But
don't have to.
if you want food, you have to pay for
If you
it.
bring your own lettuce, can you feed the giraffes?
No.
They have to have special lettuce.
Yeah, special romaine. It's romaine lettuce.
All right.
Grown. It's organic.
It's really selling me on this. Can't even bring
Sea
my
Lion
own.
Cove is cool. Remember the old sad pool that
Oh,
the
yeah.
sea lions used to swim around in?
Yeah, oh yeah. That's true.
They've really done a great thing
They
with
used
that
to have
sea
one of those
lion.
doughboys above the ground, doughboys.
It was about that.
See, when I was little, you used to be able to ride the Galapagos turtles.
See, I remember that.
You weren't supposed to.
Oh,
It was-
wow.
Yeah, it was way in the back. And no zookeeper was back there, so we'd jump over the fence, get on the Galapagos turtles, and ride them a little bit.
No,
That's
cool.
So
People
it
would
must
yell
have
at
not
us.
been at Fresno, but I remember then as a little kid, maybe it was in L.A., but they had a thing where you could ride the turtles.
Oh, that's cool.
And I think a camel and an elephant. So I don't remember what zoo. I don't know if it was San
Didn't
Diego.
the Fresno Zoo used to have zebras? I remember zebras there.
They,
And they're-
they had
They still
zebras.
do,
They
I
don't have
think.
them anymore?
no, they don't have them right now.
Oh, man, probably lions.
They're moving them to
They
the
may bring 'em
African
back.
spot. Maybe they'll move them around.
Maybe, but they don't have.
They're
them
going to
yet.
get eaten if they're in there with the big cats. Or
Yeah.
are they separated?
I'd pay money to watch that.
I
No,
got
they
some
separate
great footage from when I was
really?
in Africa. If you guys
Wow.
want to
I
see
do
animals
too.
get eaten,
Nice.
Wow, you got the real thing going on over
it's
there.
disgusting. Yeah.
No, but the zoo is an amazing it's an amazing adventure for Fresno. It really is.
Okay.
You still have to pay your tax. Sorry.
So I don't know. I think I might skip it and get the aquarium pass.
Which one?
The
The
Fresno, Aquarium. I know it's
on
coming.
Highway 99.
Yeah.
I'm saving
It'll
up.
be finished right about when the high-speed rail is finished.
Yeah, I'm saving up for
say-
the aquarium.
Probably when my daughter gets ready to retire on Social Security, that's when
Yeah.
She could
it'll
take
be
you.
ready.
Yeah.
Social
When you're
Security
old.
won't be around. Who are we kidding?
I think you and I are about the only ones who are going to get it. It's going to be gone
I
forever.
don't
Yeah.
got it. I've got it.
I hope so. I got
Oh.
I paid my fair share. Right?
That's 6 or 7 years. So.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Yeah, that's a bummer.
So you should
Okay.
maybe
Get a
ask-
pass.
Yeah, get a pass. Get a
Okay.
family pass. They're not too much.
I'll do
Definitely worth it.
We were talking about Robert Pattinson earlier.
Yeah.
that. Pattinson, yeah.
Pattinson. There's a movie that he was in with Willem Dafoe called The Lighthouse.
Yeah, it got some good reviews. People were liking it, I remember.
It got really high reviews. I watched it.
It's in black and white.
Yeah, it's in black and white. Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah, what's it about?
I couldn't tell you.
Interesting.
Are you serious?
Yes, watch it. It's good. It's amazing performance. Willem Dafoe is, I think, one of the best actors. He plays this crazy, like, sea captain like person, and Robert Pattinson holds his own. And but I don't know. There's no plot.
I remember, from what I heard, right? There's like a storm they go crazy, right?
Yes, they're stuck on this lighthouse rock, and it's just one scene they're best friends drunkenly dancing together. Next scene they're cursing each other, and the one scene they're like jacking off to the lighthouse.
No.
Next scene there's like
Sounds
a
like
mermaid.
us before our show starts.
Yeah.
What, is it like it's a two-person? Is it a two-person thing?
Yeah.
Is it like a play? It feels like it should be a play, like a weird,
Play without a plot.
like an absurdist play.
Yeah.
Maybe that's kind of what it is. Like Rhinoceros. You guys seen Rhinoceros?
No.
Where he just slowly turns into a rhinoceros.
No.
You guys haven't seen that? Great play. Great show.
What the heck?
There's a
Are you
movie.
serious?
Yeah, there's a movie with the movie. They changed it a bit, but yeah, Rhinoceros.
Oh, my
Anyways, you should
gosh.
see that. It's a good one.
So would you
classic.
suggest it or no?
I would. It's an experience.
How many stars would Don Schlicks give
out of
it?
what? Out of how many stars?
5.
10. Let's
I give it
get
3.5.
Okay, 10.
Okay. I'd go 6.5.
6.5 stars. All right.
Yeah, because it doesn't make sense, but it's engrossing. Like you want to watch.
Are
it.
they
It's weird.
isolated on this like island with a lighthouse?
Yeah,
Is that what it is?
They're lighthouse keepers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. You don't even know. I will tell you at the end. It ends with one of them being eaten alive by seagulls.
As it happens, yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Carnivorous seagulls.
That's the,
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Just eaten alive.
Were they big
That's
seagulls?
what it is.
No.
So it turns
Were
into
they-
the birds.
Were they imaginary, like
stops the
dream
birds.
seagulls?
No, and there's a mermaid. You're not sure if the mermaid's real or
What
not.
the F?
Is there priests performing the wedding for the mermaid?
Yeah.
Swing.
Was there
the Lighthouse.
Prince Eric in there? Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Speaking of movies,
Speaking of movies,
Amazon has officially finished. They bought MGM.
that's awesome.
Does anybody know? And think about how big. Think about that. MGM has been bought by Amazon. It only cost them $8.5 billion.
Wow. That's it?
So they own all the library. That adds 4,000 films and 17,000 shows to the streaming services catalog.
Wow.
That doesn't mean it's going to be free. It just
That
means
they could charge you for.
Oh, yeah, they have to make up $8.5 billion.
Yeah.
But what it does mean is they'll own the rights to all that stuff. So they got a lot.
Was MGM the studio that was started by like Charlie Chaplin?
No, that was United Artists.
United
Oh,
Artists.
United Artists. That's
Yeah.
right.
MGM was the
the
Metro
what?
Golden Mayer guy.
The Mayer brothers.
Big
yeah.
directors got together.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a big push, right, for all these streaming services to get content, right?
Yeah.
So obviously that's what they're doing here. But is anybody going to keep up with their Amazon Prime? You know, they just raised their rates
For
Did they?
Prime?
I don't
for
know.
Prime. They're going up another like 20,
No,
30
Netflix
bucks or
did.
something.
I always keep Prime, though.
Yeah, me too.
If I'm going to cancel, honestly, if I had to cancel one, it would most likely be Netflix. I don't use Netflix that much.
Really?
But is
Yeah.
it because you order through Amazon a lot? Or what's the benefit you get out of Amazon, that membership?
The shipping's a big one.
Yep,
Prime
me too.
shipping's really pretty huge.
So I can get stuff next day free.
Yeah, that's really a big one. It really is a big one.
Because that affects my purchasing if I can get it free shipping because I'm saving a significant amount.
Do they still offer a few like $35 free shipping?
If you don't have Prime?
Yeah, if you don't have Prime, do they still offer that?
Not sure.
Okay.
But also, I also have an Amazon Music subscription. But if I didn't, I don't know if you guys know this, that you get a lot of perks with your Prime subscription. For instance, with Prime, you get unlimited full resolution backups for your photos on Amazon Photos. Like where Google used to do that, but Google would scale it down, and now you don't have unlimited. I upload terabytes of photos to Amazon Photos, and they just let me do it. Like there's no limit. It's insane.
Really?
Yeah, it's really crazy. Like I've backed up all my hard drives to Amazon. Like I don't trust that it's going to be there forever, so I also store them on like my own server. But as a great backup, that's huge.
Well, that's because they have all those big CIA servers, right?
That's what they own. Yeah, they own everything.
But okay, so
you also get Amazon Music. You get a lot of that stuff for free.
Yeah,
a big chunk of that.
Is Amazon Music free if you have Prime?
You get Prime Music. So you don't have everything, but you get a lot.
Not unlimited, but yeah.
There's a lot. You also get the Prime Reading. If you guys have seen the Prime Reading, a lot of free books that change. You've also there's a lot of comics you get for free, a lot of books, a lot of magazines. You get like 3 magazines free a month.
Is this just through Prime?
Just through Prime. You can just get magazines. There's a lot of stuff you can get through Prime.
And you get movies.
And you get movies and TV
series, and
they do a lot of good stuff.
I think all the Prime, all the Amazon direct movies, in other words, the movies that Amazon makes, those are all free usually, right? On the Prime. Yeah. I don't think they charge for those.
They also have movies you could rent through Amazon.
They'll charge. Yeah, they'll charge movies.
You can get any movie through Amazon Prime, for like $2.99 or whatever.
Yeah. But I mean, their own content, I think, is always free.
Well, yeah, it's like Netflix. They have free. Other movies that rotate, their catalog, whatever they have rights to,
Yeah, I mean, here you get free 2-day delivery, free 1-day delivery on 15 million items with no minimum purchase, free same-day delivery in select areas. I've gotten same-day delivery on random things. Yeah. We're going to have a ton of same-day once this new thing gets built here.
Yeah.
In certain areas, which we're most likely going to have, we're going to have that ultra-fast grocery, which is 2-hour grocery delivery. You can get. I also use Amazon. Knows too much about me. I use Amazon. What's it called? Amazon Pharmacy. So I get all my medicine delivered to me in these boxes once a month in these little pouches. It's amazing.
What? How much Cialis do you need?
A lot.
Okay.
Yeah. It's fantastic. It's the best pharmacy I've ever had. If I'm on a trip and I need extra medicine, I'll just call them and they'll ship it. I don't need to go wait. CVS is like, sorry, we don't have your medicine. It's on order. So, I just get it.
So you can tell your doctor, and they say, where do you want your prescription? You can say, I want it at Amazon.
Amazon. It's fantastic. I literally get it in a box, and every morning it has a date on it. I pull the little pouch out, open it, and it has my pills, my vitamins, everything. It's fantastic.
Holy crap.
It's free, by the way. I mean, it's not any more expensive. You just pay your copay. It's amazing. You also get free release date delivery. If you have I'll buy books and get it delivered on the release date, which is really cool.
Wow. You in a physical book or a digital?
Yeah, physical book. Okay. I'll get it. Book has been released, and the morning of, I'm leaving, and it's sitting on my doorstep.
Nice.
I'm that's
so you're part of the release party.
Exactly.
Yeah. Wow.
There's Amazon Day, of course. You choose your day. Amazon Key, which I don't use, but you can get your stuff delivered into your garage. Super weird. You get Prime Video channels, Amazon Music for Prime members. That's for free. The 2 million songs.
I don't think Bezos needs us to sell his products this much.
He's great. He also has, I don't know if you guys know this.
I kind of agree with that. It's a little weird, right?
I don't know if you know this, though. Our podcasts are on Amazon.
What?
Yeah. And Audible. We're on both.
Wow.
I'm just saying, you asked me if I'm going to like it. I mean, it always blows my mind how much stuff you get from it, right?
And, your Alexa will let you know if your stuff arrived on your front doorstep.
No, it's great. It's a little notification.
Oh, my God.
It turns green and says, hey, your stuff
if I was going to cancel anything, it'd be Netflix. Yeah. I think so. I don't use Netflix.
Actually, I canceled HBO Max.
I canceled it.
We have to juggle. We'll bring it back, and then we'll cancel Peacock, and then we'll cancel. Yeah.
I upped my. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, go ahead.
I upped my HBO just so I could watch the Lakers show.
Yeah, I parasite off HBO from my daughter's account.
They're cracking down on that stuff.
Yeah, they are.
I would say I just canceled Netflix, too. Well, it'll be at the end of next month, April.
I might cancel Disney Plus.
You
Yeah,
know,
I've never had that.
Well, that's the
I'm
thing.
thinking
You know,
about that too. But I want to see the next season of The Mandalorian.
I'm kind of done on the
I can get that for
Mandalorian,
you.
but I'll watch the Obi-Wan and then.
Oh yeah, Obi-Wan's coming out too. But I'm done with Boba Fett. What the heck?
Yeah.
Like my
Jump
kids
the
watch
shark.
Disney Plus, but they watch the same 4 shows. They'll finish one and then they'll start the other one and then they'll go back to the other one.
It's like
It's
the DVDs.
You know, well, that's the problem.
Oh yeah, get the DVDs. That's a
Well, that's the problem, and that's why Disney bought a whole bunch of stuff that Netflix had licensed to use, and then Disney bought it now to play because they're just running out of stuff, and they don't have enough Disney content,
right.
you know, to keep people interested, which is true. There's nothing coming out.
There's a ton of stuff, but it's not stuff people actually want to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. There's like the new Cheaper by the Dozen, which nobody cares about.
I saw that. I saw it.
You saw it?
I saw it. My daughter wanted to watch it. I
Tell me
watched it
this.
with her,
Tell me
yes.
this.
Did you
On the
punish her?
poster, there's only 10 kids.
Well, that's what they brought up. So are the other 2 the adults?
Well, that's definitely not what it's supposed to be about.
I'd have to look at the poster again. I could tell you all the kids, but I have to look at the poster.
I was
to
in the
see.
movie theaters. I went and saw Batman, and I saw this
think there
poster.
was-
And there's 10 kids on Cheaper by the Dozen. It's as if they made the movie without ever having read the title.
Spoiler
I
alert.
think I'd have to look at the.
died, so.
Yeah, they had to eat them.
Nice
It was
one,
yeah. They were stuck on with a lighthouse. With
It was
Willem
embarrassing.
Dafoe.
It's embarrassing for me to have.
They were stuck on an island with a lighthouse and had to eat the seagulls. Got to them.
I felt embarrassed as an American.
I did watch it. It's very. It has a lot of wokeness to
Yeah.
it, unfortunately. But you know, my daughter seemed to enjoy it.
Who are the parents?
Zach Braff.
Pass.
Oh yeah,
And
hard
then
pass.
what's her name?
Hard
Is it
pass.
Gabrielle Union? Yeah, she's
Hard pass.
Yeah.
Yeah. Zach Braff is annoying. He annoys me. He
Where'd
always
they
annoys
dig
me.
him? Where was he hibernating?
You guys, did you like him on that TV show originally?
Scrubs?
Yeah,
Like
Scrubs.
the first 2 seasons, but I didn't like him. I liked the sarcastic doctor who'd probably be canceled.
Oh,
now
yeah, he was great.
because they called everyone Nancy and stuff.
Yeah, he is hilarious.
Crazy.
And Donald Paisan, is that his
Yeah,
last
he was
name?
good.
Is it Paisan? It's weird.
Is that the janitor?
No, his buddy.
friend,
His buddy.
surgeon buddy.
Oh, yeah,
Donald
yeah.
Paisan.
I don't know what his name
He's
is.
funny. I like him.
Yeah.
He's from like Clueless. He never ages.
Yeah,
He's-
never. He
Oh,
still looks
yeah.
the same.
Him and
yeah.
Paul Rudd have just
Yeah.
they've never passed
They
25.
could remake Clueless and they could play the same parts.
Character-
Yeah.
Incredible.
You're
Incredible
in that
people.
same group, Max. We were talking about that. We were saying, you know, you hit
Same.
it. Yeah, you hit it, and then you just don't age.
The only problem is, as a Middle Eastern man, my nose is going to get huge.
In your ears.
My ears and my nose, and every time, sometimes I have like some skin cancer on my nose.
Uh-oh.
And so, but I always think people are staring at how big my nose or my ears are now. It's freaking me out.
Whoa.
People are like looking at me like, you know how they like glance like that?
Yeah.
How they kind of do this? You know how people will like talk to you, but
Like
do,
a dog who's trying to understand you.
well, they'll talk to you like this.
Yeah. And they're trying not to look at your ears or your nose.
And they're
Or make
and
it
I know
obvious.
they're staring right at my ears, my giant ears, and it freaks me out all the time.
But they're trying not to make it
Well,
look
today it
apparent.
happened today. I
Try not
was
to make
like,
it obvious.
Yeah, my wife was looking at me like this, and I was like, "What's wrong with my ears?"
You know, and you would think you could hear everything, but you can't hear nothing.
I know.
I had a friend who would always like stare up at my hairline.
Oh, when
Like,
they
as
talk
he's
to you?
like, yeah, and I'm like,
I know some people like that,
what?
yeah.
Like, is he noticing like how thin my hair is?
There's
What's he
a
doing?
guy in the theater that used to do that, and you know, and he'd always look up, and it was very disconcerting, or what's the word I'm looking for?
It's disheartening. I don't know.
I don't
But
know.
I'll tell you what:
Kinda freaked you out.
if you ever need to like, you meet somebody and they're kind of an a-hole, right?
Yeah.
Or like you just kind of need to knock them down a little bit. Just do that to them when you're speaking to them. Just constantly glance to the side of their face, like, okay, like talk to them and just kind of look at their ear a little bit, and then move back to their eyes, like, okay, yeah,
Yeah. That's
interesting.
yeah.
It'll freak them out. It'll make them so
You're freaking
nervous, and
me
then just
out.
kind of walk
Yeah.
away from them. They'll be in the bathroom checking their face all night long. It's a great way to do it.
I have that thing with girls. Sometimes when they're wearing really low-cut shirts, I'll look up at the top of their head. And then
There you
they'll
go.
kind of notice that I'm not looking at their cleavage like every other man, and then they'll get upset, and then they'd like start arching their back and moving around. I'm still looking at the top of their head.
Top of their head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how you do it.
Cleavage.
It's
That's
out of
like
respect, 'cause you
Seinfeld
respect 'em.
says it's like the sun. You can't
still wanna
look
give
at
it
it
to 'em.
directly.
Yeah, right.
You get a glimpse. You get a sense of it, and you look away.
But the moment she looks away, I'm like, oh my God.
That's a great episode. Such a good episode. Oh, goodness. Everybody, thank you for tuning in. It has been a pleasure. Tune in next week. We're talking some really big things. We know somebody who cloned a cat. We don't know him, but we read about him.
Practically know him.
There's some stuff going on the moon that Marty needs to tell us about.
I got a book review too.
Dawn's got a book review.
We're going to find out where raisins come from.
We're going to find out where raisins come from. I might have a baby, so we'll find out what's going on.
Yeah, he's looking pretty big. He's showing right now.
Yeah, so we got a lot happening. My goodness. Tell a friend. Spread the news. We love having you here. And remember to, in our show notes, there's a little area that you can join the show by donating to the show, and then you can come be in studio. So we welcome you to be in studio, join the club. We'd love to have you on and sit in the corner and watch us eat snacks.
We're going to get some no-talent skins in the Fortnite. That's coming.
There you go.
I can't wait to see my skin. That'll be awesome.
Won't be as good as the Fantastic Four skin that I bought.
Yeah, you have a fantastic four skin.
All right, thank you, everybody. We're out.
5 stars, correct number of stars.